So I am just jumping in to the video to let you know that this is a collab with JourneyInBeauty. She was one of my recent giveaway winners, and we decided to do a collab together on our favorite makeup products for fall, which I'm so excited about. You guys know I love doing these kind of videos every season, every year, and she suggested we do this together, which I thought was a great idea, and I'm very excited to see what her picks are. Please make sure you check out her channel. I will have it linked down below. She comes up with such amazing, beautiful looks. I'm very inspired by all of the amazing looks that she creates over on her channel, so definitely check her out in the comments down below. And now on to the pre-recorded intro. Hey guys, today I'm with my fall makeup must-haves for 2019. I am so excited to be doing this video. I do these videos every single season. I've been doing them for a few years now, so some of these products are going to be repeats from last year and some of these will be new products. I will be mentioning some things that were limited edition or discontinued, and that's not to throw them in your face. It's to remind you to pull them out of your collection if you have them, but mostly it's to let you know what things I plan on using this season or what my favorite products are that I like to wear during the fall time. So I have so much here. I would definitely say that fall makeup is my favorite makeup. I'm a very basic bee where I love those warm tones and I can't get enough. I think it looks really nice with my green eyes and fair skin, blonde hair. So I've got a lot of that here. I have a lot going on. So many. So I am going to just show you the products. I'm not going to be doing swatches here. If you would like me to do some swatches over on my Instagram, let me know and I can do that. It's just too much for this video here today because I have so many products. It's insane and I need to check myself. So I've got a lot of warm neutrals. I have a lot of nude and terracotta lip colors, warm tone eyeshadows, warm tone cheeks, and for nails I have a lot of like autumn leaves colors and some metallics thrown in there as well. So warm tones all around. So let's just get started with the eye products. I'm going to start with palettes first. So there are some other palettes I have in my collection that I do think would be some great warm tone palettes, but these are the ones I want to try to use this year or focus the most on. So the first one is the ColourPop Rendezvous palette, which released last holiday season. Now some of these I think could work well in the winter time, but some of these are really nice fall tones. So I would like to at least use like half of this palette this season. Then we have the ColourPop Good Sport palette, which has some really awesome fall tones in here. Got some greens, some orange, purples, a yellow, and I have not used this one yet. So I know I'm calling some of these things must-haves and I haven't used them before, but I'm just, you know, hoping for the future that I will view them that way. And again, they're the things I want to wear this fall. And the next one is the Colored Raine Safari Rain palette. I also have not used this one yet, but the colors are so stunning and amazing and perfect for fall. So next I have a palette I did a full review on. This is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, which has some amazing warm tones, purple shades that are perfect for fall. I love all the different finishes in this palette. Like I said, I do have a full in-depth review with several looks. I'll have that linked up in the cards. Then I've got a bunch of Anastasia palettes. So the first one would be the Master Palette by Mario, which has some like really nice grungy tones in here. I think that you could really get away with wearing this on a daily basis. Even though some of these shades might be a little deeper, they're not over the top shimmer or intense. Then I've got the beloved Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, which is a fall classic. You have some really awesome warm tones in here, and then some like reds and oranges and pinks. And then the newest palette to me would be the Jackie Aina palette. So I probably won't play with these two pinks very much, but the other colors I do think are very fall, and I have seen some really amazing tutorials using this palette, and I want to recreate several of them because I have seen people use some more of these shades, but they mixed them with these other colors and layered them up, and then it was like a super fall look. Next I have the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. And my last pre-made palette would be the Too Faced Gingerbread Spice Palette. They are releasing an extra spicy palette that is even more neutral, doesn't have some of these pop of colors. This is something I got for Christmas last year, but I hadn't used it yet because I do consider this to be a nice fall tones palette, so I'll be very excited to get some use out of it. The colors are amazing. So next I want to show you my custom Z palette that I have put all of my single shadows in that I think would be perfect for fall. So I'm not going to run through every color here. I'm going to insert a picture for you guys, and then I'm going to have all of the shades listed down below, like going by rows. You can see exactly what's in here, but I'm obsessed, I have to tell you. And this is an extra large size, which is the biggest I've ever done, but I went through my collection, pulled all the shades I know I love, and the shades I think would be good for fall that I really want to test more, so it's a mixture. But I have completely filled this extra large Z palette in here. I have MAC, Makeup Geek, Anastasia, Colored Raine, and ColourPop, and then this one right here is from Looxi Beauty. I'm so in love with this palette and I cannot wait to get some good use out of this. Then I have a bunch of single shadows. I'm going to start by showing you the random ones and I will finish off with my ColourPop Super Shock shadows. So the first one I have is the MAC Extreme Dimension eyeshadow in the shade Sweet Heat, which is a really pretty rose gold. I have Clinique at Dusk, which is like a goldy copper color that's really metallic and intense. I have this Dirty Little Secrets eyeshadow in bronze, which looks more like a golden olive on the eye. I have the Clinique Lid Pop in the shade Willow Pop, which is another beautiful, more olive tone eyeshadow, which I love the way those kind of shades look on me. Then I've got an Urban Decay Moon Dust eyeshadow in Solstice, which is that like blue pink effect. Then I have the Prestige Total Intensity eyeshadow in Hocus Pocus, which is more of that blue-brown pigment look, and it's super pigmented. So this one is more blue-brown, while this one is more blue-pink. Then we've got my ColourPop Super Shock shadows. I have 12 here. I'm just going to pull them up and show you the shades, and I'm not going to edit out all the screwing on and screwing off the cap. Like, you're just going to have to bear with me here. So this first shade I have is Three's a Cloud, which is like an orangey yellow gold. This is something I don't know if I would like best in summer or fall, but I haven't used this one yet, so I think that would help me decide. I might be leaning more towards summer, but it might be a really nice bright lid shade for the fall. Then I've got Moonwalk, which is a really cool green shift, but it has more of like a orangey base. I've never worn this one on the lid, so I need to challenge myself to do so because it's really cool. And Three's a Cloud is an ultra metallic finish, and Moonwalk is a pearlized finish. Those are my two favorite finishes. Then I have the shade Lit Year, which is a really pretty teal. This is an ultra glitter. This is a really dark color. I don't go for dark shades too often, but hopefully I can see like this beautiful reflection on the lid and it doesn't just look so deep, but I want to get some use out of that one. Then we've got another green. This is Telepathy. It's an ultra metallic finish. This was made in collaboration with Kathleen Light, so it's a little bit more yellow when compared to Moonwalk and a little brighter. I definitely think Moonwalk is a little bit more wearable, and I think I like that one a bit better, but again, I want to get some good use out of both of them. I haven't used this one. It just came broken and I just had to mush it back together, but again, I bought all these beautiful shades and I haven't used them all, which is a shame. Next one I have is Donna. It's a pearlized finish. This is a really cool like peacocky blue color. Next I have one of my favorite shadows, which is 8 Track. It's a pearlized finish, and this looks like a dirty bronze in the packaging, but depending on what shadows you pair with it, it can look like a really beautiful golden olive, which is why I fell in love with it. Then we have the shade Thirsty Girl, which is a metallic finish, and this is a deep golden bronze, and I may have used that one before. Then the next one we have is Super Dark. This is the shade Plaid. It's a matte finish, but this actually is like a matte base with some glitter in it. A really dark color as well, but it is pretty. I'm definitely going to make myself test out some of these colors to make sure I need them all. Next is another favorite of mine. This is DGAF. I think this is one of the next ones I want to try to pan. It's a metallic finish, and this is like a dirty peach color. and I absolutely love that one. It's so pretty. Then we've got Game Face, which is a beautiful orange copper color. And it's a ultra metallic. Then we have White Rabbit, which is a pearlized finish. The Game Face shade has a bit more yellow in it in comparison. I like White Rabbit a little bit more. I just think it's a little bit more wearable, or like for a daily basis. And then the other one is Boy Band, which is a perfect like deeper pumpkin spice type color. Absolutely love it, and it is a pearlized finish. Then for cheek products, because I have so many bronzers, contours, and highlighters in my collection, I like to try to designate a specific few for each season. I used to do one each season, but now my collection's gotten a little bit bigger, so I need to pick a few. So I just have one bronzer and one contour, but I do have 3 highlighters. So my current fall bronzer of choice is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. I just have a little deluxe size sample here. This is a really great warm tone bronzer that is on the lighter side, so it works perfectly for my fall makeup, but it isn't too orangey. I can wear something a little bit more orangey in the summertime, but in the fall I don't love it as much. But this one is a perfect color and a really nice formula. For my contour, I am using the Sleek Contour Kit in the shade Light, which is also more warm tone without being too orangey, very pigmented, and a smooth formula. For my highlighters, my main go-to holy grail would definitely be the Balm Mary Luminizer. It's a beautiful golden champagne shade that is not too dark for my skin tone. It's a very soft formula, so this is my all-time favorite. But then I have 2 more that I want to try to get some good use out of this season. This is the Kat Von D Metal Crush Eyeshadow in Thunderstruck. So it looks white, but it has a really intense like golden shift to it. Very pretty. And then I have the Juvia's Place Tribe Volume 3 highlight, which is what I'm wearing today. This is super intense. You can see that flash there. Super intense, but really, really pretty. Like I said, I just wanted to try to get some good use out of several highlighters in my collection instead of just sticking to the one. So I think I can rotate the 3 of those and get some nice use out of them. Then for blush, these are all like nude shades, nude peachy shades. They're on the lighter side because I love like a warm tone monochromatic look, but also if I'm going with something more intense on the eye or on the lip, I like to have a complementary blush, but one that's not too intense. So starting out, I've got some MAC blushes here in my Z palette. So this one is Cantaloupe and this one is Melba. You can see Melba has a little bit more pink in it. Amazing matte blushes, look so beautiful on the skin. I'm wearing Cantaloupe today. Then another MAC blush that I've loved for years is the Mineralized Blush in Warm Soul. This is the original. It is not the reformulated, repackaged version. So stunning. I hope I go through this very slowly, but it's one of my favorite blushes of all time. Next, I have the Too Faced Sweethearts blush in the shade Peach Beach. This is relatively new to me and I haven't gotten a ton of use out of it, but the color looks perfect for this season. Then I've got one of my old standbys. If I'm looking for something that has a little bit more intensity, this is the Balm In-Stain Blush in the shade Swiss Dot. It's a beautiful matte muted orange color, like intense, but really stunning. Next is something newer to my collection that I think will be perfect for this time of year. This is the Pixie Fresh Face Blush in Beach Rose, which again is like that nice like dusty, dirty peach color that will be so beautiful. It gives you that like sunburn effect on the skin, which is really pretty. One of my all-time favorites, which is the Clinique Cheek Pop in the shade Ginger Pop. This is so beautiful, and I have a couple of lip colors that are slightly like a rosy peach, like a rosy terracotta, which is how I would describe this one. So I love the formula of this, and this color is just so stunning. The next blush is something I haven't worn a ton, but when swatching it, I think this will be a little bit brighter than some of the other colors that I've chosen, but not bright enough that I would pick it for summer. So that would be the Laura Geller Baked Blush in the shade Tropic Hues. And I know that these have such a nice formula. And then the last one is Becca Mineral Blush in Songbird. This is one of the deepest ones, so I have to use a light hand, but this is such a beautiful muted shade on the skin. Stunning and will looks really pretty on like a tan skin tone, but I can make it work as well, like I said, with that light hand. So those are all the blushes that I have. So different variations of like a neutral peachy blush. Now moving on to lips. I've got so many. Again, I'm not going to be swatching in this video. I apologize for that. I feel like my swatches don't show up the best on my camera anyway, but if you want me to swatch these on Instagram, I can definitely do that for you. So I have got some jumbo lip crayons, some glosses, and some liquid lipsticks. So I'm going to start with my jumbo lip crayons. These are the Tarte Matte Lip Surgences, and they don't make these anymore, but they do have the Lippy Lingerie formula, and both of these shades are part of that line, which is so lucky. This first one is Exposed. It's a gorgeous peachy nude. This is like my perfect peachy nude, my favorite lip color ever. I've used one of these up, and I did repurchase it right before they discontinued these, so I absolutely love it. It's such a comfortable formula. Then we have the shade Bear, which is a more solid color. I haven't gotten as much use out of this one, but it is a really pretty shade that I enjoyed. This is such a comfortable formula. Highly recommend it. I have not tried the Lippy Lingeries. They're supposed to be the same as the Matte Lip Surgences, but I haven't tried them to verify that for sure, because there are plenty of times where brands try to tell you, oh, it's the same, and consumers are like, absolutely not. Like, it's not the same. But regardless, I do love that formula, and that Exposed shade is my favorite. And my favorite lip combo of all time is this Exposed lip pencil with the Buxom Full On Lip Polish in Sandy, which is a gorgeous light peachy nude. This does have a light opacity to it, so I love pairing them together. I've also used one of these up completely and repurchased it. I love it that much. The next gloss I have is the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee, an amazingly comfortable formula, and I've always thought this is more of a peachy nude gloss, but compared to some of these others, it is a little bit more pink tone. But when I compare it to things that are more pink tone, it looks more of a peachy nude. So I'm going to keep this with my fall products. So I think I would use this more here than I would in the winter time. An amazing formula and a beautiful shade. Then I've got one of the Buxom Full On Lip Creams in Hot Toddy. So the polishes have a tint of color and a lot of shine and a little bit of shimmer in them, where the creams are no shimmer and they have a bit more opacity to them, and I love this color. Then I've got some more full coverage lip glosses. Those are a little bit more on like the light medium side, and these are like fully opaque glosses. The first one is the NARS Velvet Lip Glide in the shade Swang, which is a bit of like a peachy tan shade, a lighter tan, because I don't love tans on me, but this one I think is very pretty and I love this formula. Then I have two of the Tarte's Glossy Lip Paints in the shade Obvi, which is that peachy nude, and then we have the shade Goals, which is a bit more rosy, but again, I still think I would use this shade more in the fall time than I would in the other seasons, and this is something that I would probably pair with the Clinique blush. I think the two of these go really nicely together. So if I'm wanting something that is more neutral but not quite so warm or so peach, I think this would be a good option. Or if I'm just wanting to like brighten it up a little bit, I love that. And then the last one is the Anastasia lip gloss in Kristen, which is what I'm wearing today. So this is a very beautiful rosy color again. It's not as pink as the Tarte, but it's not as peachy as this Tarte. So it's somewhere in between. I really love this color. And again, I tried on a couple different lip colors today to figure out what I would like best with this eyeshadow, and this is the one that I settled on. The other ones were like too gray, too tan, and this one was perfect. So then we've got liquid lipstick. So I'm just going to show you some minis and then some full sizes that I have. So for the minis here, I have one of the Kat Von D Everlasting liquid lipsticks in the shade Ludwig, which is described as like a fawn nude or something silly like that. This is a really pretty beigey nude. It has a slight bit of pink to it that doesn't make it like too sandy or too gray looking, but it's definitely not pink toned. Then I've got some of the Too Faced Melted Mattes. This is in a shade Sellout, which is a really nice like everyday shade. Then I have two of these beautiful shades here that were from the holiday set from last year. This is Hot Buttered Rum, which is the more neutral one. And then you have Pumpkin Spice, which has a bit more bright orange to it, where that's like a muted orange. These are still a little like deep for me, a little bit out of my comfort zone, but not too much. I think I can actually wear these, and they are scented, which is really nice. Then for my full size liquid lipsticks, so I've got two that are more of like a light neutral sandy nude, two more terracotta, and two more rosy, and I'm trying to describe these nudes as best I can and make them different because they are different looking. I just want to find a way to describe them other than like they're nude. So the first one is like a very pale nude. This is the Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Stripped, and this is a slight more peachy tone. There also is Pure Hollywood, which is even paler than this and a little bit more pinky. So this one is more warm. Then we've got my favorite of all time. This is the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Truffle. This is something I also think looks pretty peachy on me, but in comparison to some of these others, it has a little bit of pink in it as well. So this is more of like a beigey tan. Love this formula, and that color is incredible. Then I've got the two more terracotta shades. So this first one is from the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie collection. This is their Velvet formula, and this is the shade My Main, which is much warmer than Truffle, but this is still a light color. So I really like that because some of the other really warm shades are more terracotta, or they're just really intense like this one and more of a statement lip, which is the Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Ashton. This one is so beautiful on tan skin, but I can make it work on my skin tone as well. Then we've got two more. This one is a little bit more rosy. This is Lime Crime Sasha, which I also think would pair nicely with that Clinique blush, and a really nice formula. Then we have the deepest one, which would be Mondays from Dose of Colors, which is again a warm tone, but a lot more pinky. And I absolutely love this for a deep shade, and again, I really do enjoy this formula. So those are all of my lip products, which is a ton, and I'm gonna do my best to use all of them, or as many of them as possible. Lastly, we have my nail polishes, and I have more polishes in this seasonal category than I do any other season. I counted them up, and I believe there's about 24, and I change my nails once a week. So if I'm gonna wear all of these, I'm gonna have to step it up and change it more often than that, which I just get a little bit too lazy to do, but we'll see. So I've got 3 different color categories here. So I have some more like muted, sagey, aqua colors that I absolutely love. I love this kind of like muted shade, and I've narrowed it down to 3. And then I've got my autumn leaves creams, and then I have some like warm neutral autumn leaves metallics, and that category has greatly expanded over the past year. Like, this is a lot here, but I'm so excited about it. Like, I was not excited about my summer polishes, but these fall ones, I cannot wait to wear them. So like I said, the first ones I have are these more like dusty aquas, and this first one is super separated because this is one of the oldest polishes in my collection. This is OPI Mermaid Tears. And these are all very similar. I'm not going to describe them any other way to you. This one is Zoya's Wednesday, and this is Zoya's Bevan. So you can see that this one is a little bit more green, a little dustier. This is a little blue and a little brighter. Then we've got my autumn leaves creams, and this first one here I cannot quite decide whether I think this is fall or winter. This is the Nails Inc Caffeine Hit Polish in Chai Kiss. This is something that's probably similar to Dose of Colors Truffle, where I think it can look a little bit warm, but in comparison to everything here, it's a little bit more beigey toned. So I'm gonna have to maybe try it in both seasons and see which I prefer. But this is Nails Inc Chai Kiss. Then I have one from OPI. This is Ginger Bells, which is the most gorgeous color ever. I have been on the hunt for something like this, and there are so many other very popular OPI polishes that are like way too orange, they're too bright, or they're too dark. This is the perfect like pumpkin pie orange color, so perfect. And this is called Ginger Bells. This was like way old limited edition, but I found it on eBay for a pretty good price, so absolutely stunning. Then the rest of these are all from KL Polish, which is one of my favorite polish brands, and it has unfortunately been discontinued, but I have so many shades from them that I really enjoy. So these first two are some more mustardy tones. This one is peanut butter, and this one is caramello. So I think that these are different enough to own the both of them. This one is more of like a yellow tone tan, where this is like a real true mustard. And if you are afraid of caramello, I would say pick peanut butter. I'm very happy to have both of them. Sometimes I think caramello looks a little bit weird on me, but I do think that this is like a nice wearable version of this one, but both really awesome shades. I love the KL Polish formula. Next I have a dusty blue. This is called Cozy in There, which I remember seeing a picture of this on Makeup by Jessie, and that's the reason I wanted to buy it. It's such a pretty color. Then I've got this perfect olive, like perfect olive, and this is Chloe. I've tried one from Zoya, which is in my chopping block, because it has a little bit more gray tones mixed in it, and no, it needs to be like this. This is such a beautiful color. Then I've got myself some nice orangey variations in here, and this first one is called Miami Fever, which is supposed to be the same color as the Ofra liquid lipstick made with Kathleen Lights. I'm going to show it to you guys in comparison to some others. So this is Taurus, which is supposed to be like the ColourPop lippy stick, which is like a terracotta brown. Then you have Brick Sidewalk, which is deeper, more orange. This looks more orange in the bottle, but on my nails it actually shows up more red, which is interesting. But I'll show you that in comparison to the more red of all the polishes. And this is Havana Nights, again made as to replicate the color from Kathleen's Ofra collab. So in comparison, obviously Brick Sidewalk is much more orange next to Havana Nights, but this is such a pretty like blood wine shade. Then we have all of my warm metallics, Autumn Leaves metallics. The first one is from OPI. This is Worth a Pretty Penny. I think OPI makes one of the best metallic formulas ever, especially from a mainstream polish brand. Such a stunning shade. Then I've got 4 from 90 Lacquer, which is the brand created by Just Face 90. So this one is Igneo Pebblet. And then I have Holy Fire, which has some copper in it, but this is like a light gold, and this is like a true bright copper. And then I have that compared to Turkey Coma, which is a little bit more of like a rosy copper, and this one is like a bronzy copper. And this one is a metallic, and these are more glittery. And then the nice like brighter shade in the bunch is Frost from 90 Lacquer, which is part of like a winter collection, and I can see why, because there are some white pieces in it, but this color of like blue teal is what I wear in the fall time, so that is when I'm wearing this one. Then the rest of them are from KO Polish. So I've got some like more orangey tones and then some blues and greens. So what I'm wearing on my nails today is KL Polish Ocean Drive. This is the first time I've worn this one, and it is so pretty. Like, it's very dynamic in the bottle, but it actually looks that way on the nails as well, which is very awesome. Then I have these two shades that I wanted to show you in comparison because they are very different. So this is KL Polish Medusa, which has that like oil slick vibe. It is a golden green, and then you can kind of see around the edges there's a little bit of teal. Then you have the shade Mother of Dragons, which is just like a shimmery golden olive. And to me, these are quite different, and they have very different effects on the nails. And then for my last three, this is a metallic copper called Princess Penny, made to be like an actual penny. Then you have got Leo, which is like orange and gold mixed together. And then you have Prince Cornelius, which is similar to Leo, except a lot more brown, more bronze, has more red tones mixed into it, but like the way that they formulated the polish is very similar, whereas this one's more metallic. These are a little bit more glittery. So excited to wear all of these polishes. It is going to be hard. Like I said, I'm going to have to change my nail color a few times throughout the week. I want to be good about that though, because I want to wear all of these. I'm definitely going to prioritize the ones I have not worn yet, but like they're all so beautiful, so amazing. You guys can see my favorite brands here. So guys, I know this was a huge product heavy video. It was very long, but I'm so excited to use all of these products. I would love to know your thoughts on these products in the comments down below. And then I would love to know what kind of colors do you go for in the fall time, and what are your favorite fall makeup products. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Y'all the real VIP. Wait, what? MVP. It's been too much for me. I need to turn off the camera. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.